Good evening, I'm Lyndall Curtis. Welcome to the first edition of Australia Votes on ABC News 24, a daily roundup of all the latest news in federal politics and national affairs. We'll bring you analysis and interviews in an extended version of Capitol Hill, and News Exchange Votes will look at how social media sees the stories of the day. Tonight, the Prime Minister says the deal to send asylum seekers to Papua New Guinea is the right response. We'll talk to the opposition about why it disagrees. Also tonight, News Exchange Votes with Matt Cargill.
Next Votes debate continues over the government's new asylum policy, plus attracting voters online. We'll hear from Twitter's global head of government on how politicians can build a better relationship with their constituents using social media.
Perhaps it's like we've seen members of the cabinet do here, just tweeting one day, I have 10 minutes before my next meeting, who has questions? Because seeing that availability of elected leaders in Australia, in the US, or even elsewhere can be incredibly transformative to the process.
We want to hear from you. What tips would you give to politicians as they try to lure voters on social platforms? Let us know your thoughts. You can use the NX hashtag on Twitter. You can tweet us at ABC News 24 or me at Matt Cargill, or search for ABC News 24 on Facebook. It's back to Capitol Hill in a moment. First, here's Catherine Stolarczyk with a check of the news headlines.
Thanks, Matt. In the news this hour, Kensington Palace has confirmed the Duchess of Cambridge is in the early stages of labour. Those are the news headlines. Now it's back to Lyndall Curtis in Canberra with Capitol Hill.
Kevin Rudd says Labor is getting its house in order. Caucus has ticked off on new rules on how the Labor leader will be chosen. We'll speak to long-time Labor MP Daryl Melham a little later.
A very good assistant treasurer.
I'm sorry, gentlemen.
It's the integrity of the tax
That's where we'll
system,
have to leave it. David Bradbury and Matthias Cormann, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Later we'll talk to Labor MP Daryl Melham about the caucus changes, but that's Capitol Hill for now. Here's Matt Cargill with NX Votes.
The latest political news with a digital focus. I'm Matt Cargill and this is News Exchange Votes. Coming up, protesters confront the Prime Minister outside the Labor caucus meeting in Sydney. And will social media define the election result? What tips can politicians learn as they try to lure voters online? That's all ahead. First, let's get the latest news headlines. Here's Catherine Stolarczyk.
And that's Australia Votes for today. Thanks for your company. Coming up next on ABC News 24, The Drum. Good night.